mean, if a guy's, first of all, I would always talk to the guy in advance of doing something like that. You just don't obviously throw him into that moment. So knowing in advance that you are comfortable with that, then of course, the National League game is a very interesting game. Even with the Rays, we did do a lot of different things, game in progress, take the DH out, started playing a National League game, even the American League. But I really, that player, that when you have that kind of flexibility among your group, game in progress, it permits you to do a lot of different things. You can do a lot of different things. When we're talking about even or behind, mostly, when you're ahead, you're normally not going to do a lot of crazy stuff, maybe except to possibly augment your defense. So these are the kind of things, when you get players, I love players like that. I do. I love players like that. It really expands your roster. It takes a 25-man roster or a 13-man bench and almost makes it 15 and 27. And you have this kind of versatility. So I've already spent, Theo and I are on the same page. We talked about that with Jed. Those same kind of concepts or thoughts regarding expanded roles for players, and it's really interesting to do that. And the other thing is, I don't think it necessarily bothers a player. I think people are too concerned sometimes that, well, it might impact this guy and his adjustment to the big leagues. A lot of times, I think it could actually help his adjustment to the big leagues. It might take some pressure off him.
Does it help you to sell it when you have a guy like Zobrist that kind of just goes there and flourishes at every position and everyone else goes, why can't I help the team?
Well, I think it's a position. See, the All-Star game a couple years ago, 2009, I thought super utility player is a position, and he's such a valuable position. And a guy like Zobrist, as an example, you would play him every night, even though he was a utility player. So like these real super U kind of guys, you could play them almost 7 days a week or 6 days a week. And while you're doing that, you're giving other guys days off. And again, this spoke about the youth of the team. I'm still into giving guys days off, and regardless of their birth certificate, because you want a fresh body and mind at the end of the season. The thing that I'm really eager and curious about is to figure out this day game stuff and how to keep people fresh. And 3 o'clock Friday afternoon, what does that mean? We played that once last year. I don't know what it means or feels like over the course of a season. I guess we play more night games during the beginning of the week and then more day games towards the end. What does that mean? Travel. You got hour plane flights. When's the right time to leave? I mean, I think these are the kind of things I want to get some help with in regards to planning that may create a fresher player at the right moment.